Controversy is not new to Akbaruddin Owaisi. He has once again landed himself in a spot of trouble by saying, and I quote, "The day you make a sacrifice, Gaurakshaks, the Bajrang Dal and the RSS people won't touch us. They are still suffering from my 15-minute wound," unquote. And everyone knows what Akbaruddin Owaisi is talking about. In 2013, he was almost in trouble for a hate speech. He never really paid the price for that hate speech where he said, "Stop the police for 15 minutes and then we'll see who is on top between Hindus and Muslims." That was his dare back then, but he didn't pay any price. He didn't face justice for it. Akbaruddin Owaisi has now landed himself in fresh trouble, but we wonder if he'll pay the price. That same hate rant from the past has been revived this week in Karimnagar in Telangana. A court has directed the police now to file an FIR against Owaisi for promoting enmity. This after the police first gave this man a clean chit. The police allegedly tried to protect him by clearing him of any communal intent. Instead of filing an FIR, the police, when alerted to the speech that Akbaruddin Owaisi was making in Karimnagar, said he has done nothing wrong. And remember, the Owaisis and the ruling Chief Minister of Telangana, KCR, are very good friends. Well, the FIR against Akbaruddin Owaisi is likely to be registered by today or tomorrow in the case after documents reach the police. And remember, this is the same police that was reluctant to file an FIR. Akbaruddin Owaisi made a very provocative statement last week when he repeated his 2012 comment that if Muslims are given 15 minutes protection from the law itself, they have the ability to fix over 100 crore Hindus. Well, Owaisi went on to add that the RSS leadership was scared and still coming to terms with that 2012 dare.
अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी से नफरत क्यों है? क्यों है? सौ सोनार की तो एक लोहार की। 15 मिनट ऐसा ज़र्ब है जो अभी भी नहीं भर सका। अरे ये हिम्मत है। अरे खुदारा, जब तुम्हारा लीडर ऐसा है तो तुमको भी ऐसे बनना होगा।
हिंदुस्तान, हम 25 करोड़ है ना, तुम 100 करोड़ है ना, ठीक है। तुम तो हमारे से इतने ज्यादा है, 15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस को हटा लो, बता लेंगे किसमें हिम्मत है, कौन ताकत है। 15 मिनट हटा लो।
Well, here's the big question now, because remember that Akbaruddin is the younger brother of Asaduddin Owaisi, the Hyderabad Member of Parliament, who's been making loud speeches in the Lok Sabha for the last few days about a variety of different topics, including triple talaq. Not a word has Asaduddin Owaisi said about his brother. Not a word has he said about Akbaruddin Owaisi preferring a Muslim mayor to a BJP MP and saying this in a speech. Not a word has Asaduddin Owaisi said about his younger brother repeating the controversial comment from 2012 where he said the numbers of Muslims may be this many, the numbers of Hindus may be this many, but give us 15 minutes and we will see who is stronger. That kind of hate speech is what Akbaruddin has been famous for, but he has not gotten into even a little bit of trouble for the tongue that he uses to polarize and to communalize. I want to go straight across now to India Today's Ashish Pandey, who's been reporting on this story. Ashish, we know very well that Telangana Chief Minister KCR and the Owaisis are good friends. They have a political alliance as well. And that is one of the reasons, perhaps, that no action was taken so far by the police against Akbaruddin. In fact, when a complaint was filed, the police actually gave him a clean chit and refused to file an FIR. And it is only after a court directive now that an FIR has to be filed.
like you're mentioning, after his famous speech again, where he mentioned his earlier the complainant, who happens to be a BJP leader, he approached to Three-Town police station of Karimnagar. But Karimnagar Three-Town police station refused to lodge an FIR against Akbaruddin Owaisi, who is MIM MLA. Further, the complainant approached to the Commissioner of Police Karimnagar, Kamala Hassan Reddy. There, Kamala Hassan Reddy referred his complaint to a legal expert, and based on the legal opinion, that's what Karimnagar police say, that based on the legal opinion, they found that Akbaruddin Owaisi has not made any kind of provocative speech or hate speech, what was alleged by the BJP. Later on, after not being satisfied by the answer or the clean sheet of Karimnagar police, the leader approached to the court, the magistrate court of Karimnagar, and finally yesterday evening, magistrate court of Karimnagar directed Three-Town police to register a case against Akbaruddin Owaisi, FIR against Akbaruddin Owaisi. All the sections are quite severe in nature, including 151A, 153B, and criminal intimidation sections. So yes, all the sections are quite serious in nature, and now court has intervened, and based on court intervention, now Karimnagar police is preparing to lodge an FIR against MIM MLA Akbaruddin Owaisi, who is also floor leader of the party in Telangana Legislative Assembly.
Ashish, what happened to Akbaruddin? Just to refresh the memory of all of our viewers, I remember that in 2012, when Akbaruddin had made those famous comments about saying, take away the police for 15 minutes and see what we can do. Did he pay the price for that? Did he land in any trouble for that at all?
Yes, if you talk about his earlier case, the last hate speech case, that case was registered in Nirmal police station of Telangana. Now Nirmal is a separate district. Earlier it was Adilabad district. And now the case is under trial. It's a subjudice case after that FIR, after several of the FIR, almost over a dozen of FIR were booked against Akbaruddin Owaisi across Telangana and several other parts of the country. The police took up the matter, and he was arrested, and he spent jail for good months. And later on, he came out on bail, and now he's out on bail. That matter is subjudice. It is pending in front of a Nirmal court shift.
Okay, so you can imagine that for a speech that was recorded on camera, very serious charges, and it is still sub judice because the case is still dragging on, even though more than 6 years have passed since that incident happened. And that is perhaps why Akbaruddin has the impunity to not only invoke that past comment and make light of it, which is in itself disrespectful considering that he is under trial for those comments, but he also adds to it with more communal poison. That is what Akbaruddin Owaisi is really all about. His elder brother Subjudice Owaisi is a respected member of parliament. He puts up quite a modern, progressive face most of the time. And on the other hand is Akbaruddin Owaisi. And is this really what the AIMIM is all about? And remember, the Owaisi family and the Owaisi brothers, they control all of old Hyderabad, and the older brother is the member of parliament from Hyderabad. I want to ask these questions now, because people will be wondering why the police gave this man a clean chit when the offenses are on camera. It's not hearsay. It's not anybody's interpretation. Any person can see what he is saying and interpret what he is saying. Why did the police need a court directive to lodge an FIR in a case that is so serious? Question number 2. Are KCR's police protecting bhai friend Owaisi's chota bhai? Is there zero action against Akbaruddin, or at least the fact that the case is still sub judice after so long? Is that what's giving him the impunity and the fearlessness to continue sarcastically invoking that old comment? Why is Akbaruddin's brother Subjudice Owaisi so silent about his brother? Why hasn't he rapped him on the knuckles? Why hasn't he told him to shut up and not invoke that old case and invoke those old comments? Subjudice Owaisi is a respected and very knowledgeable lawyer, an elected representative, member of parliament. Why isn't he telling his younger brother, stop it, stop the hate, do not pull that up, it's sub judice? I want to go across now to the BJP's Krishna Sagar Rao from Hyderabad. Also with us is Inamun Nabi, who's a political analyst. The AIMIM refused to be part of this debate. Krishna Sagar Rao, I want to come to you first. It seems very strange, Mr. Rao. It seems very strange that the police needed a court directive to lodge an FIR on something that is very plainly on camera. The things that Akbaruddin has said are on camera.
Yeah, Shiv, I am stuck in traffic right now, and I think I have cops asking me to just move in the front. Yeah, Shiv, it's unfortunate that in Telangana state we have to register the small victories of getting a court to order the government and the police to lodge an FIR, despite the fact that there is an offence which was committed. Yeah. Under a section called IPC 153A. Now, KCR, who's the chief minister in this state, actually safeguards the MIM brothers and their party because it is his political need. And this happened in 2012 with the Congress party when it was in power. It is now happening in 2019 when KCR is in power. This continues. They can say what they want to say. They can threaten the majority religion. They can violate the laws. They can use abusive language on Hindus. They can say that they will equalize the population of Hindus with Muslims in 15 minutes. And still, the Commissioner of Police in Karimnagar feels that it was not, provoking. It was not, applied for the 153A section which causes the incriminating speeches, which can cause disharmony between groups. So it's very sad that even the senior IPS officers are in connivance with the state government here in allowing this man who has a track record of hate speeches right from 2007.
Yes.
When Bangladeshi author came to Hyderabad, he said, behead her, chop her head off. That is for Taslima Nasreen. And after that, he abuses.
No, this is I want to bring in Inam Unnabi. Inam, isn't this blatant? Isn't this blatant protection, of a person whose offences are plain to see? This is not hearsay. This is not someone's allegation. This is Akbaruddin making those comments by himself. The Owaisi brothers are friends of the ruling chief minister. There is obvious protection going on. The most famous case, Inam, where he said, give me 15 minutes and we will show the two communities can decide who is more powerful. I don't even want to repeat those hateful words, Inam. But isn't this terrifying that Akbaruddin is given such a free hand to say what he likes and you have a police conveniently giving him a clean chit?
No, it is prerogative of the police to check the credentials of any report. If police has given the clean chit, then I don't think we need to discuss the things. But let me tell you, Shiv, one important thing. You have heard about Akbaruddin Owaisi. You are quoting Akbaruddin Owaisi, you approached court. But we have never seen people raising voice against the 11 hate speech leaders of the BJP. I can quote them. You are always comparing the things with Pakistan.
I think you're maybe mistaking this for another channel, Inam.
Shiv, let me complete.
Inam, before you complete that, I'll allow you to name all those BJP leaders. You can feel free to name the BJP leaders. I will add to that list. My friend, I will add to that list. I am saying that here on India Today, we will name and shame every hateful leader, whether it is from the BJP or the AIADMK or any party. Whether it is Sakshi Maharaj or Yogi Adityanath or anyone, we will name them.
I am addressing it to the BJP spokesperson.
I am just saying.
I am addressing it to.
You can address the BJP spokesperson.
I am not quoting you. I am not addressing it to you.
You can address the BJP
I am not addressing it to you or your channel.
Inam, one second. Inam, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. We'll go to the BJP. No, we'll go to the BJP. Inam, I want to give you a chance to speak. I don't want to cut you off, Inam. I am just saying, you're saying that it is the prerogative of the police. How can you say it is the prerogative of the police when the police's clean chit has basically been squashed now by the court? The court has said, forget your clean chit is null and void, you had better file an FIR. Isn't that precisely what has exposed the nexus? Inam.
That will be decided in the court whether the complainant's complaint is right or the Telangana's police commissioner's rejection is right. That will be the prerogative of the court. Court will decide it. But the question is, Shiv, if I will remember in an interview in 2015 with India Today, then Union Cultural Minister Mahesh Sharma, what he said. about the former late APJ,
I know it. I
former
can quote
President
it for
APJ
you.
Abdul Kalam.
Answer
He was
the
a great
question.
man
Then this is
who was a
becoming what
nationalist
about
and a
you now?
humanist, despite being a Muslim.
I did
But
a half
we fail
answer
to
on that,
understand
Imam.
if you are.
This is a
Absolutely, I
distraction
remember.
game.
That's why I quoted it. I put.
What
That's
did
why I
Akbaruddin
quoted it.
say?
You have a number of.
Do you
You know
protect-
Anand Kumar Hedge. Anand Kumar Hedge. What he stated.
Mr.
As
Rao,
long
I'll
as
come to
there
you.
is
Let's
Islam
let
in the
Imam finish.
world,
I'll come to you. You can respond.
there will be terrorism. You know Sadhvi Niranjan. Ramzad or Haramzad remarks. I don't want to quote. I don't want to further alienate my people.
You know-
Giriraj Singh's remarks. I can give you the names of all the.
But
Shiv,
Imam,
I have
you
to
are
make very
answering
small
the
point.
BJP.
I have to make very
You're
small. Please,
answering
please,
the
allow me to
BJP.
complete, please.
You're answering the
we
BJP,
are
but you're
always,
not
we are
answering
always
me.
comparing.
You're
You
not,
people
you're
are
answering
always
the BJP, but
comparing
you're not
things.
answering me. I have a genuine question about Akbaruddin, and I'm not satisfied with the answer that it is the police's prerogative.
No, who has made such environment which forced a 5 times MLA to speak like this?
Shiv.
Why don't we
Shiv.
see
But
that
Akbaruddin
point
has
also?
been doing this since
Who has made
2007,
who had made this environment in the country?
Okay,
Who
you
are-
want to answer
who
that?
believe in
Mr. Rao,
lynching?
Mr.
What
Sagar Rao,
lynching?
answer that. Inam says
Shiv,
the BJP is
Shiv,
responsible
he's
and you
not-
no one to speak about Akbaruddin. Go ahead.
See, Shiv, he is not going to answer the question. Just like his leader, he's an escapist. He is not answering why Akbaruddin said what he said unprovoked. Why is he challenging 86% of this country unprovoked? Nobody questioned him. Nobody threatened him. But he is threatening the Hindus. He is saying that he will equalize the population. He is saying 15 minutes, he will eliminate 75 crore of Hindus. Instead of answering or apologizing for his leader's remarks, he is now trying to digress and play a distraction game. This is a sad story. It's quite shameful that the man wants to talk about BJP now when he is asked a question about his leader making statements which are derogatory,
Yeah.
which are going to create violence in the society. He says that fear has to be instilled. Otherwise, he says fear has to be instilled. Otherwise, you will be scared. You will be feared.
Inam,
So
this is
what is his
blatant.
plan?
Inam, you know
What
the
is his
things
plan?
that
You remember-
Akbaruddin has
you
said
remember,
are
Mr.
are blatantly
Indulging
polarizing
violence.
hate speech. The case that was most famous, where he said horrible things about Taslima Nasreen threatening her, and then said, "Give us 15 minutes without the police, and we'll show Hindus who is more powerful." That case is still, subjudice, Inam. There has been no justice against him. You say it's the prerogative
What
of the
about-
courts and the police,
what
but
about-
nothing has
what
happened to
about Anupriya
Akbaruddin.
Patil?
But no, are
What
you?
about the Anupriya Patil?
So are you
the
basically
youngest minister,
saying-
who was youngest
So
minister in
basically-
Modi's council?
So basically
you know,
you're saying
what
what
she
about?
tweeted?
Your
Our own
answer is
traitors,
what about?
our own traitors have
Your answer
destroyed
is
us.
what about?
Otherwise,
Your answer is
sir,
what about?
what
Inam?
about?
That's
No, why you are
basically your
selective? Why
answer.
don't you
Your
quote
answer
the
is what
other
about?
things as well?
So, no, but are you willing to admit
why-
that Akbaruddin is wrong then? If you're going to name all these people,
No, you tell
and
me
yes,
answer
all
first
these
to this
people have
question.
indulged in
Anupriya
hate speech.
Patil also tweeted.
No,
she
no, so
was,
are
she
you
was a
admitting that
minister.
hate
She
speech has
also
happened?
tweeted, our own traitors have destroyed us. Otherwise, have you ever heard of 100 crores getting scared of 20 crore Muslims? Mullahs?
You can name all those people. All those people. You're quoting from India Today. Inam.
I am quoting.
telling you one thing.
I am quoting.
I want to tell
let
you.
Let us not be selective.
No,
let
I
us
want
not
to-
be
I
selective.
want to say something.
Let us be realistic.
I'll tell you.
If you want to condemn, if you want to
I'll
take
tell you why.
Akbaruddin Owaisi to court, okay.
You
But what
name-
about these people?
you
What
name-
about these
you name
hate
Sakshi
speech
Maharaj?
leaders who are famous for hate speeching?
Inam, if you name Sakshi Maharaj, you want to name Yogi Adityanath, you want to name any leader of the BJP, including all of their sadhvis, we have condemned them and we have made an example of them here in India Today. My question as a neutral journalist without any political leanings is, hasn't Akbaruddin said something that is unacceptable in this country, and hasn't he been allowed to get away with it? And if you are quoting all those people, are you basically saying Akbaruddin is as much of a hater as all those leaders you are naming now?
Oh, he should not have said it, but simultaneously we need to check other leaders as well.
No,
But
that is
the thing is, again, I will tell you, I will reiterate, Why? What? It is BJP who's responsible for all this mess. They created such an atmosphere where 5 times MLA has been forced to issue such
Akbaruddin threatened to behead Taslima Nasreen back in 2007. I am not aware if the BJP was in power at that time. Okay, yeah, Krishna Sagar Rao, you want to respond to that? Because it's become a whataboutery argument now. It's very sad. It's very sad. There is an ecosystem protecting people like Akbaruddin. Mr. Rao, go ahead.
See, Shiv, the question is, who's provoked Akbaruddin to say that behead that lady in 2007? Who has provoked Akbaruddin to talk about Sri Ram and his birth, and Kaushalya, his mother, and he's abused both Ram and his mother? Who has provoked him? That was in 2008. 2009, he said that the Kafirs and Kafiristan about the assembly, about the representatives, all representatives of the assembly, that they are Kafirs and the Kafiristan is the assembly. And he has talked about Bhagya Lakshmi. He said Bhagya and Lakshmi, and he has used body language which is very vulgar about Lakshmi. The god is Lakshmi. Now, who has provoked him? Bharatiya Janata Party was not in the center. Bharatiya Janata Party was nowhere in Telangana in terms of the might and the government. Who has provoked this man to make these statements? And in 2019, in Karimnagar, who has provoked him? What happened today? What happened yesterday? That in 3 days ago, that Akbaruddin says that fear has to be instilled in Hindus.
What is
how dare he?
Explain that, Inam. Explain that. You know, what is the provocation for these things? What is the provocation for Akbaruddin here? Please tell me. See, from 2007 till now, like Mr. Rao says, there was no, from the BJP was not around at a time when he's made some of his most ferocious and most poisonous comments. Are you going to blame the BJP then as well?
In Nirmal in 2012, in Nirmal in 2012, when he said, in 15 minutes I will remove 75 crore Hindus, who provoked him in Nirmal?
I wonder. Inam, answer that. It's a fair question.
Sir, I am telling it, whatever he has said about the religion, about the other religions, is highly condemnable. But let me...
You're saying that now, Inam, that's a problem. After naming all
No, let me complete, sir. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt.
Complete your point.
The second thing, my friend, BJP friend just now told that he has threatened this Taslima Nasreen. But for God's sake, it doesn't. You have no moral right to speak like this, my dear BJP friend, because you have been glorifying the murderers of Ikhlaq.
So this
is धमकी दी है, आपने तो लिंच करके दिखाया. उन्होंने तो धमकी दी थी आज से 10 साल पहले, लेकिन आपने तो लिंच करके दिखाया.
Your only argument is what about then? I mean, the finger pointing back. The finger pointing back is the most useless political weapon these days, Inam. It can blunt an argument, but you've just made a cursory condemnation under great pressure at the end of this debate of Akbaruddin Owaisi. But the people of Telangana will be watching and thinking, this man has never faced any trouble. He spent like a small little token month in jail. During the 2012 thing. That's because the media made a very big issue out of what Akbaruddin had said. But he's laughing.
Sure.
Inam, I'll come to you for your closing comments, Mr. Rao. I'm just saying he's laughing. When he speaks in Karimnagar, what was the provocation? And even though that case is sub judice, he appears to have so much contempt for the justice process that he sees nothing, Inam, wrong in invoking and quoting the same statement that got him into trouble. He doesn't care.
That he has to answer. I am not his spokesperson. Whatever I have observed, I have shared it with you, Shiv.
Yeah.
I am again telling you, it is the BJP who has made the environment which are forcing people like Akbaruddin Owaisi to issue such statements. We have seen how BJP people have been glorifying the murderers, lynching murderers, vigilantism.
So you are going to stay with your stand that it is about the atmosphere.
They have no moral right. They have no moral right to speak.
It is quite amazing because I know I have been a journalist for a long time, and I know that Akbaruddin Owaisi has had these ways long before the BJP came to power. So one wonders what atmosphere you're talking about. If these comments were made since 2014, I can imagine. I would agree with you maybe in one way, Inam. But these are comments that are made in 2012 and 2007. So one wonders what you're talking about. about? Is this about the BJP or is this about the AIMIM and Akbaruddin? Last 30 seconds to you, Mr. Rao. Closing comments on this. Will justice be served now? Will he face any action, or you're not very hopeful?
See, he didn't face any action so far. In 2012, when there is a case, in 2013 they have arrested him, kept him in the jail for 40 days, gave him bail in 2013. Till now, they haven't filed a charge sheet. The two governments, earlier there was a Congress government, now from 2014 there is TRS government. The CM just looks the other way.
Yeah.
He protects these two brothers much bigger than his own brothers because he has a political convenience with MIM being in the old city. So it's a marriage of political ideologies of TRS and MIM, which is always securing MIM and getting away with the crime.
The Karimnagar court has now
takes serious objection
Let's see.
to the kind of threats he's making on the majority religion in this country.
Let's see what happens now. We don't support any one religion. We support being Indians. But any politician who is using religion to divide people must face action. And by all accounts, it appears that that is precisely what Akbaruddin Owaisi is doing. The court has ordered an FIR after the police shamefully gave him a clean chit. Let's see, after all these years, let's see if Akbaruddin faces any justice whatsoever. Imam Unnabi and Krishna Sagar Rao. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being with me on this discussion.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.